Big love in the building. Make sure I get that motherfucking lover's patience. Let me tell you one thing though. Yeah, Rose. I don't need no motivation. Trying to change my situation. Make a lane away from niggas. Hit a fade away on niggas. I don't get no explanations. I don't need no validation. I don't see no competition. I don't need no phony bitches. I don't fuck with opposition. Kill them all with preparation. Mix the flow with education. Smoke the whole of medication. Get these hoes above my face. If you ain't adding to my space, then you a cancer to my greatness. Yeah, bitch.
Don't go back on. Like, it's no, you're not running it back. It's no, oh, we gonna fix it. It's none of that.
Pay the bill, nigga.
Like, kind of how, like, it's no episode, because Mr. cut that shit off.
Yeah, my fault, yeah.
Yo, that shit was crazy.
It was like 7 minutes.
It was a good 7 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't
7 minutes.
it wasn't bad.
7 minutes you motherfuckers are never gonna hear.
Oh my God, cuz it's my fault, yo. I did some bullshit.
Bro, it's crazy because that I one thing I'll say is like that's the beauty of this podcast is like we never when shit happen we kind of just go with it.
Yeah.
Like, ladies and gentlemen, you coming into a podcast that's already been recorded 7 minutes, but 7 minutes is gone because of technical difficulties because of Mista.
Yeah, my fault. I'm gonna just own up to it. I ain't even about to act like I did some bullshit by accident though.
Yeah, we was gonna run the conversation back. We not, cause that shit not organic. We talked about Rush Hour. Long story short, we think the Rush Hour franchise is better than Bad Boys, and Bad Boys 2 is the best movie out of them shits.
But Rush Hour 2 is the
all-time GOAT out of those movies. If that makes any sense. If it don't make sense, you know what I'm saying? Just spin back that last 40 seconds, listen to it on half speed.
All right, hold on. I got a question though, just so like we can like kind of stay on like a movie type of thing. What's your like favorite like comfort film like that you could just like rewatch or like
what do you mean comfort film?
I like comfort film is like, all right, damn, I don't really know
Something
what to watch.
Something you just put on. Just
yeah,
so
like it might be funny. It might just be a good ass movie. Like for me, I probably got like 2 or 3 different ones.
All right, so give me yours so maybe I can get an example.
I got Life because that's a comedy. I got Coming to America. That's a comedy, and I got The Born. Actually, I got more. I got like.
So you talking about movies that you could just like
just
watch.
Just put on and be like, damn, I don't got nothing to watch.
Shout out AB. So I'm into thrillers. When I say thrillers, I mean like action thrillers. Like I felt like how you saying the Bourne series. I felt with. I could watch those any day of the week. Yeah. Any day of the week, I could watch those. Inception is one of those movies.
I still never seen it.
Yo, bro.
I still never seen it, bro.
You have to watch that, bro. Mm-hmm. That shit.
I heard about it.
It's a mind fuck, bro. It's probably one of my favorite movies because it's so much. Like I like movies and I like shows where you have to pay attention. I don't like stuff where it's like you could not watch, sit here. Like I'm not trying to talk to you while we watching the movie. Like I'm not one of them niggas. Like I'm one of them people. If we watching something and you start talking to them, I'm like A button because we all watching our game systems now. And I'm looking at you like, all right, okay, cool.
Bro, say what you got to say so I can watch this movie.
And then when I press play again and you start talking like, so now on the second pause, I'm looking at you like, all right, like.
Talking too much.
Yeah, like, what else though? No, I was just saying, I'm just talking, all right, because we, like, and I watch TV with the subtitles on, like, like all TV though. Like, not just like anime, but it's another language. I like watching it with the subtitles on.
Nah, I don't like that.
TV, I can't watch like broadcast TV. I can't watch it with subtitles. But like if we watching something like a TV show on like Netflix or some shit, yeah, that's kind of different.
So I think that comes from like spending a lot of time because I like with my pops and shit. Sometimes he would be at like my grandfather's barbershop where he would be at like his friend car spot or whatever, and like in there them niggas be having music playing, the TV on but no sound. So like if you want to watch the TV, like. You gotta watch the TV. Like you gotta pay attention to that shit.
Yeah, I watch the TV on mute. My girl be judging me.
I'm judging you now.
I do that sometimes though. But
nah, cause a lot of the things I put on will be shit that I seen already or shit that I don't need the sound for. Like if I'm watching like somebody play Madden, what I need the sound on for?
Okay, I mean I can see that because you just trying to like see it.
Not even just to have something on the TV.
Yeah, you know who do wild shit? This nigga Corey be playing Madden, but with no commentary. That shit.
That shit weird to me.
Be the sound. That shit is. He be listening to them niggas hitting.
That nigga got player that voice chatter all the way to 100.
If you got the, I mean, it's probably lit if you got the. It's probably lit if you got the headset on, and then you just like hear the stadium shit. You got the shit turned all the way up, but I wouldn't do it.
What year was that? Was that 20 when they first came out with the PS3? Was that the 3 or the 4? Where like you could talk, you could say your audibles to the.
I don't know nothing about that.
I don't know, bro.
So one of the Maddens that came out, you could say your audibles and like say your hot routes, but I think it was a buggy feature, so they like deleted it.
I don't know nothing about that, bro.
I think that would be a dope thing to bring back.
I knew 2K was doing like text if you curse or some shit like that.
What?
Yeah.
Online?
On one of them.
I don't even talk while I play
They
the game.
giving niggas text in the rec?
Nah, it wasn't in the rec. It was like I think it was online or it might have been online or my career. I think if you curse, it was like 1 year, like 17 or something. Like I'm just throwing a random number out right now. But
Suck my dick.
Bro, I don't even talk when I play the game. Like if I'm really locked in, I don't say anything.
Yes, you do. You be like, pass me the ball.
No, I'm talking about if I'm really locked in. Like if I got a Madden league game, like Mr. No, like if I'm playing a league game, I'd be like, all right, I gotta lock in. And I just
like talk for like 30 minutes and then just come back like I'm back.
Nah, that's what's up, bro. Y'all niggas holidays was good. Everybody enjoyed their shit.
But we had COVID, bro.
Oh, that's right. Y'all had COVID.
Oh yeah, they don't even know because we ain't even record that week either.
Yeah, niggas had COVID, guys.
Yeah,
not me though.
Covito.
Yeah, our job gave us that. Our job gave us that shit, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, niggas work together. So like, it's funny because like I woke up like it was like a Tuesday or some shit. Like I think I worked on Monday, and then Tuesday I ain't work. But like that afternoon, I started feeling like a little weird. So I went to my lady house and shit, and then I laid down. I woke up. It was 2 a.m. I laid down at like 6, but I just kept waking up constantly.
Couldn't get a good
I
rest.
was sleeping for like an hour at a time. Just kept waking up, and then I didn't look at my phone for mad long, for like 12 hours, bro. Like probably even longer than that. Then I woke up and Shawn texted me like, "Yo, I got COVID." I'm looking like, bro, I can't move right now. Shit, like I thought I had the flu or something. Like,
wasn't that?
Yeah, it wasn't that.
So I woke up in the middle of the night. It was like 2:30 a.m. But I felt like I've been asleep for like 16 hours. Like you ever went to sleep and then woke up and like you was like lightheaded, had a headache?
Yeah.
That's how I felt. So then I got up to use the bathroom, but as soon as I got out the bed, like my body was just like,
fuck out of here, nigga.
Get back in the bed. So I just fell back in the bed. So I had went back to sleep for a little bit, and then like I said again, I felt like I was asleep for like 3 days, but it was only like 20 minutes passed by. So I woke up, took a COVID test, but I had took the COVID test wrong. So like I'm staying. I stood up for 30
you
minutes.
Ain't study, nigga?
I stood up. I stood up for 30 minutes waiting for the results, and then like after 30 minutes, I realized I had did it wrong. So I'm like, bro, I'm not about to stay up another 30 minutes with no test results. So I went back to sleep, and then I had woke back up, and I had the fucking body aches, bro. Like it hurt.
It's just not. It hurt to move. It hurt to breathe,
bro.
Yeah, but it also hurt to stay still.
Yeah,
like
can't get comfortable,
bro. I had to go in the shower and then just like stand in hot water for like an hour.
Just let that shit beat on your ass.
Yeah, so I took another.
Why do you gotta take it there, bro?
So I took another COVID test, and I'm like, damn, this shit positive. So I just started telling everybody that I was in contact with that I got COVID, and niggas need to get tested. So I texted my dispatcher and shit, and then he was like, yeah, like 7 people called out. I was like, damn, yeah, niggas got COVID.
Niggas got COVID.
Yeah, I was like, yep, that's what that is.
Distribute them routes, partner.
Yeah, nah, shit was bad for me, bro. Like I was in bed for probably like 18 hours straight, bro. Like I couldn't move. That shit was doing me bad, bro.
So I think we all know that like back before COVID was labeled as COVID, like we all probably had it, right? Did you have it back when like the shit first dropped?
Yeah, I could think to a time where I felt like before niggas was like COVID going around, like I felt like this way before. And it was like October 2019.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was around Halloween.
For me, I know for a fact it was the week of the Super Bowl. And the reason I know it was the week of the Super Bowl because like I literally was gone. I went to work, did a whole shift, and I'm like, all right, I feel a little sick. It was like, I'm a little sick. Next day I came in, bro, I am dying. I probably drank 2 gallons of hot tea, It didn't do shit. I'm passing out. I'm trying to like, and I'm saying to these niggas, I'm like, yo, I need to go home. And they like, yo, like, we just got to get through this. Like, if you can't, you know. And I'm like, yo, I don't need to be serving food. And this is what I'm so glad about the fact that COVID happened. Not be, you know, rest in peace to everybody that passed from COVID. And I'm, you know, if I'm insensitive to anybody who lost someone in COVID, I'm sorry. However, it made people take a minute and pause, like, and say, yo, somebody's not healthy. That's more important than them coming to work. Yeah. Because, and especially in my field, bro, where it's like.
But them employers don't be giving a fuck though. My dispatcher texts me like, yo, I sure wish you could just like come to work and mask up and sanitize your van. I'm like, bro, fuck you. Like, I can't move, my nigga.
I would have sent that to corporate.
I can't move.
I would have got that nigga fired. Like, yo, what?
Guess who was there later that week, boy? Me. Nigga trying to get with a bag. Like
and that's what's crazy. It's
like a goofy, though.
You have to think about, you have to choose between being financially, you know, y'all can claim unemployment for the weeks, right? If y'all miss work and didn't get paid, you can claim unemployment for that.
I know that.
Yeah. You can literally go file for the week and be like, why did you have to do this? And be like, COVID, I had COVID. And you'll be able to claim for that week and you'll get paid.
No, I ain't know that. I just use a little bit of my paid time.
Nah.
That's what I did.
I mean, but yeah. Cause it's but it's like in my field, bro, niggas wear that shit like almost as a badge of honor. To be able to like work through and never, like, no matter what, always show up to work. And it's like,
I don't get that. I don't get that shit at all. I mean, I used to be like that, but not no more.
I was talking to my pops just yesterday, and he was like, yo, this generation he's like, I don't blame him. He's like, everybody calling them lazy. He's like, but these niggas is figuring out that, like, it's not just about working. He's like, you know, niggas want a quality life. Niggas want to live. He's like, so if niggas are figuring out how to do the least work but still make money and live, they're doing it. He's like, we complaining about motherfuckers making money off YouTube and doing this, that, and the third. He's like, but like, they're literally figuring out how not to be stressful and just enjoy life their entire life.
But like, that shit still is work though.
Oh, that's
what people don't.
Being a content creator,
yeah, that's what people don't understand. Like,
editing them videos and then first of all thinking about it, then once you sign them contracts, you have to do certain amounts. Like, you work for these companies now, you have to produce certain amounts of content.
Yeah, I be watching niggas that do like online Madden franchise, and like that shit look fun. He be posting like 3-hour videos of doing like full season franchises and like in 1 day or 2 days, and he be. Bro, like at the start of the video, like he be up, like all like giddy and stuff like that. But towards the end of the video, this nigga be burnt out. Like you see it all in his face, and he white too, so it's noticeable. I'm like, damn, this nigga probably been playing the game for 18 straight hours. And I like playing Madden, but I'm not playing no Madden for 18 straight hours.
And then to make, cause think about it, it's a season, and then niggas are run the regular season, then do all the in between shit. Niggas might not start back to back. And then you got to think playoffs, Super Bowl, editing, upgrading players, making trades, doing free agency, scouting players.
That's a lot, bro.
Like, and then to chop that up for a 3-hour video and do the same shit again tomorrow, it's like, yeah, he has a like. Here's the thing, what I've noticed is I choose. You know, like right now, it's like I'm not working and shit like that, but I do Instacart, and it's like I'm in a position where I can choose. I could easily find a job making like $17, $18, $19 an hour, but like that's not what I need to make. I need to make X amount of dollars. And if I can do that from my car and it already not have no benefits, it already not have this and not that, like if I could do that from my car with the leisure and time to be able to like talk to my friends, not have nobody over my shoulder, like telling me I got to get this done at this time, like I can do it casually or I can rush through it, like I'm gonna choose that every day of the week. If I need to stop working right now because I have to go pick my son up, I can stop doing that. I don't have to ask nobody like, hey, is that cool? So it's like that feeling of working for yourself, like it stays with me. So like having like I literally refuse to take a job that doesn't provide me all the things I want in my quality of life. Because that to me is more important. I've noticed that it's like, yeah, when I'm not making money, I'm not the same person. However, like once I make my money, if I don't have time to enjoy it, I'm not the same person either.
Yeah.
And then you start having to choose where
You gotta find a balance, bro.
Yeah,
Always
dog.
gotta find a balance. Cause like even with me working at my job, I've been there about to be 2 years now. They offer me like flexibility. Like if I feel like I don't gotta come to work the next day, like, and I let them know that, they'll be cool with it. Like they very cool with that. But as long as you let them know in time, like sometimes they gonna allow it. Like if it's the day off, you might hear something, but they really don't give a fuck. And while I work, like ain't no other jobs paying as much as them. Like a lot of jobs not giving you $20 off rip. Like you feel me? Some companies that have been around for hundreds of years not even giving you that shit, bro. And they can afford to give you it, but they choose not to.
Yeah, and that's what's so crazy to me. Like, I was talking about it to somebody. It's like, yo, they set this job that I'm applying for, and I really, really hope I get it. And I'll tell y'all niggas about it off air. The price, the bracket for that shit for my position, it caps out at like $40,000. And I was like, what? In what economy do you think, like, for a management position that is acceptable?
Yeah.
Especially when, like, for one person to be in this building, they cost over $100,000 a year. Like, so it's a school. So I'll give y'all that. So, like, for one kid, it's over $100,000 a year. I did the math. Why there's 500 kids.
Yeah.
And you're getting, I know you're getting grants. I know you're getting this. I know you're getting that. And you mean to tell me that, like,
It's just greed.
Yeah.
Whoever at the top is just greedy. Like.
But here's also the thing, bro. And this is what I say to people in interviews all the time. And when they ask me my number and they like, oh, well, what is your salary requirement? It's like, it's how you value the position. I'll see how you value the position based on what you guys offer me and what's important. And I know my number to where I'm willing to walk in the door and work for you. I was like, so it's not an insulting thing, and it's whatever. Like, this could be a perfect fit until we start talking money. And then your money could be nowhere near my money. If your number is way higher than the number I want, I'm always going to work with you. Yeah. Like, if you offer me a number that I was never expecting to get, I'm going to say, absolutely, no problem. Yeah, I can work with that. But if you offer me some shit that's too low, I'll simply tell you no. And I have no problem turning something down that's could be great. But it's like, at the end of the day, you don't value my job at all. You think, like, it's like, yo, if somebody was like, yeah, like, I'm not paying you more than $13 an hour. It's like, okay, well, that shows me how important that job is to you, or how important you think it is, or you think people who do this job are easily replaceable, and because of that, just find somebody else to do it. I'm okay with not having a job working here, because what I'm not gonna do is get here and try to show you my value and show you my worth. I feel like in my younger days, I would do that. Like, people be like, okay, well, I'm going to offer you this. You do this, and, like, we'll do this for, like, X amount of months, and then we'll do this. And it would be like, all right. And then in hindsight, it's like, if you think I'm going to be worth this in 6 months, you probably think I'm worth this now, but you want to get some work out of me at a lower rate first. Yeah. So it's like, I'm done walking into places trying to prove to you. You're not going to hire for me a job, and I got to prove to you while I'm working the job that I can do the job. I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna subject myself to that. I don't think that's fair. Because what the fuck did you put an ad out for?
It was recently too. I went to a job interview for something about, like, back at the airport. Not like a true airline or anything, but it was doing, like, the same thing that I was doing before. So, like, they only offering $18.25, and I'm like, yo, there's no, like, I got 6 years of experience with this. Like, there's no way you can go up with this. She said no. I was like, okay, thank you. I left.
Yeah, have a good day.
Yeah, like, I can't. I'm sorry, like, $18.25 to some people is cool. Mind you, I can make it work, but it's like,
I don't want to make it work.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not making it work if it means, because you know what that means? Once I start working for you at this lower rate, I'm going to stop. I'm going to have to lock in, learn the training, do this, do that. I'm going to stop looking for jobs, because it's like, all right, cool. I know where my money's coming from. Boom. So now it's like, it's about going to work, do this, and I can start maneuvering through my normal life. When in reality, I never wanted to accept this. And
that type of money be cool for niggas that don't got no bills,
bro. Like, if all you got to do, and it's like, if all you have to do is pay your phone bill and your car insurance, and that's it for the month, niggas will be all right with that.
Yeah.
Some niggas, like, and it's like you get into some circumstances and you be trying to, like, it's like, I never want to knock nobody or try to talk down on finances, because to some people, like the same money that we just turned down, some niggas is not getting that. Yeah. And some people is looking at that like, nigga, I wish somebody would offer me 18. And it's like we in different circumstances in life. I have children. Like I'm not children. I can't do that, bro. I'm sorry. And I say that again, nigga. Damn.
I had to emphasize that shit more times.
He said that shit like 3 times.
Yeah, I said it 3 times for a specific reason.
All right, dickhead.
He said, "Here go 2 more for y'all."
Yeah.
I'm back, baby. Yeah.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's episode 84.
I don't know, bro.
84 was last week.
Gotta be 84. I feel like.
Sorry, we've been having a lot of life going on.
We gotta stop counting after 100.
Nah, you never stop counting. You never stop. This is 84. This the Roddy White episode.
It's a good player for us. Like a top 5 Falcon all the time.
I can't say I ain't gonna disrespect him.
Yeah, I'll say.
I feel like he's a top 2 receiver. So
I want to say. I mean,
is he top 2? He over top.
He's not a top 5 player that played for the Falcons. He's a top 5 Falcon. Yeah, that's what I mean.
So who the 5?
I'll say no order. Matt Julio. I'll say Roddy. I'll say maybe Jamal Anderson, Deion Sanders.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard that list, right? This nigga didn't say Michael Vick.
Yeah, I was waiting for him.
I knew you was waiting for it. I thought he was gonna say it but like I understand why he didn't. Say
I could understand why he didn't, but for what Vic mean to me, like
Vic is my favorite player, but people gotta understand like
he wasn't a great Falcon.
Yeah, he wasn't
quarterback for that nature.
He was very exciting to watch, but as far as what he did for the
he actually was bad for the franchise. When you think about it,
he wasn't bad. He was just. I mean, he gave us hope like a little bit, but we had 1, like 2, 3 good years with him, and then after that, everything just went down the drain. Like
that shit crazy, bro. Ben Roethlisberger's a rapist. This nigga killed some dogs, and one of this niggas got to go on and have a successful career.
Bro.
He didn't do it,
bro. His cousin didn't want to take the fall for him, bro. And it was Vic House technically, so Vic.
I thought you was talking about Roethlisberger.
I was nigga, I'm not
Vic.
the nigga.
I was like, yeah, he did.
He did that shit, bro. I don't trust no white man on earth.
Nah, nigga. I think that's really
Falcons
crazy.
had a lot of good players. Now that I think about it, we just could never get it done. We had a lot of good players.
I think it's crazy, like how, like just kind of like going off what Mr. was saying with his cousin not wanting to take the fall for it. It's like the house in my name because, like, it's like, yeah, I know what's going on, but like, I'm on my business. I was looking out for my peoples, and like it turned into this thing. It was because he was doing so good. Like that was I don't want to call it a crucifixion because I'm not gonna compare him to anybody's God or anything like that. But that was a public lynching for sure. Like, you got this guy who's taking this league and at a position where you're not really seeing a lot of black people. Like now it's like, the black QB playing it here, so niggas can't really do shit about it. But back then, a black quarterback doing all the things with Michael Vick, like that was like, when niggas seen that years ago, so that's almost 20 years ago when you think about it.
Yeah, but if you go back and watch, he really wasn't doing much.
He wasn't, but it's not about what he was doing. It's about what he was showing younger generations that they could do.
Yeah.
And now look, 20 years later, they like having a white quarterback is not like, if you having a white quarterback, it used to be being a black quarterback, you had to be one of them ones. Being a white quarterback now, you have to be one of them ones. Just think about look around the league.
I don't think Mike Vick would be that good if he played.
I don't either.
No,
I'm not. But what I mean is
I understand what you're saying. Like
niggas wouldn't. It would be no Lamar Jackson without Michael Vick. It would be no. It wouldn't have been. Nobody would have took a chance on somebody like RG3.
You gotta go back to Randall Cunningham though.
But those are also players that pass way better than Mike. And Mike, he ain't really work hard. He ain't study. He ain't do none of that. He just went out there pure talent and just like, I'm about to just run all over.
He was just niggering.
There's a black quarterback that people don't really speak about. I came across a video about him recently too. Warren Moon.
I knew he was about to say Warren Moon. He was one of them niggas.
Yeah, but
Doug Carter too.
Doug Carter, yeah.
That's who Doug named after. His name is literally Doug Carter. Not Doug Carter. Was it Doug Williams?
Doug Williams.
Doug Williams was the quarterback, but he Doug Carter. That's what Doug is now.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, that's why he wore. I think that's why he wore 17 at one point. Some shit like that. Whatever.
Yeah, but Warren Moon, he was like top 5 in passing when he left the NFL, and he missed mad years because he was in the CFL. Like just because they wouldn't allow him to play quarterback in the NFL, which is kind of crazy. So he came back and just like he dominated while he was in the Canadian Football League and everything. Then once he got to the NFL, he started whooping everybody's ass as far as passing stats go.
But like this goes to what it's like. You have just think about it, right? So right now we talking about blips in history. We talking about a Randall Cunningham here, a Mike Vick here, a Doug Williams here, a Warren Moon here. Then you start picking it up. Then you start seeing Mike Vick. Now you got Vick and McNabb, who like as black people, like you had to choose a side.
Yeah, me and Reggie chose. I chose Vic. He chose McNabb.
That's what like you had to choose a side.
I know what I was rocking with.
You feel me?
It wasn't McNabb though
At all. You feel me? But what's crazy is like you had to choose a side, but they also pitted them against each other in the media.
Yeah.
Like it was like you can like this black quarterback or the other black quarterback, but you can't like both. But these were the only two that mattered. Y'all niggas remember Dante Culpepper?
Of course.
Yeah.
He was one of them ones that was like another blip in history. But now you starting to look around, it's like
Byron Leftwich too. He was supposed to be that guy.
he was not.
He was supposed to be that guy. I said supposed to be.
David Garrard had a year or so.
Nah, them niggas was handing the ball to Fred Taylor and said, "Nigga, do what you do, my nigga."
They had Jones
That's
Drew
true,
behind them. What you call it? But it's now you see it now. It's almost like you can't run the offenses that you want today without them guys.
Yeah,
Because you got to be fast at all 11 positions now. You can't like even some line. Like, you got to be fast on the line now.
yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why, because they got 6'5" niggas, like 6'5" niggas that's like 240 running 4.4s.
Yeah. So it's like, what are you gonna do with that? Like I was watching the game last night, and it's like, bro, I called this shit as soon as the fourth quarter started. I was like, bro, they're gonna make this shit so Tom Brady looks good when he wins. But it's like, my nigga, like he can't do nothing. Like it used to be a time like them lines that he used to have in New England were literally remarkable, and he was able to do the things that he was able to because he was never getting touched. Like it used to be like he could stand there and scan and reset the offense sometimes twice on a single play. Talking about like 14, 15-second plays. Like sometimes on the Patriots.
All these pocket quarterbacks, like they all like if you see them, they all starting to go out bad. Drew Brees went out bad. Matt Ryan went out bad. Tom Brady's going out bad.
Like, Brees wasn't throwing past 25 yards his last year.
Yeah.
He could not throw past
His arm couldn't
yards.
do it, but it's like even still, it's like my nigga, if like the whole step up in the pocket and makes the throw thing doesn't mean shit if when you step up in the pocket, when there's a gap right here that you can run through and maybe get 7 yards, you're forced to throw it because you just can't. It's going to take you 5 seconds to get that 7 yards. Like, it means so much different. It's so much faster now. The game is so, and as it gets faster, the players have to too. It's like when you start seeing Russell Wilson and Kaepernick, and even them, they put them two against him, which, by the way, Russell Wilson sucks. Still, like I've been saying. But when you start seeing them niggas, it was like, yo, like, that was when the whole league got put on notice that this style of offense is here to stay. Like, it's not going nowhere, and you actually might want to incorporate some of these concepts into your offense, because if you're not, you're just staying behind the times. Like, when RG3 came into the league, them niggas with that pistol formation, it was like everybody was confused. And you talking about defensive geniuses and all this other people who were just getting cooked by a nigga deciding, it's like, if this nigga doesn't, like, they didn't even know how to build in fail safes to where it's like, no matter what, if he goes, there's somebody who has to crash down on this. If the nigga read this, that's how, what's that nigga name? The nigga wore 46, running back.
Alfred Morris.
Yeah, that's how he was getting all them yards. Because RG3 had done this shit in college, and it was just like, okay, you're keying on me, hand the ball to Alfred. And niggas didn't know what to do with it. And you mix that with a play caller like Kyle Shanahan, who literally makes every play look exactly the same. And it had niggas were just like, oh, niggas are running, and then we tore RG3 knee up, and like that was it.
Kyle Shanahan, he kills a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah, absolutely. He niggas don't talk about that a lot, but like just think about how many quarterbacks the 49ers went through this season.
Yeah.
Like and how many of them, because and you know what it is though, his system is very complicated. People think it's simple because it looks the same, but like Matt Ryan kind of said it, and it was like you can look at Matt Ryan's MVP year. Like Matt Ryan historically was like when he ran the no huddle, like things went good for us. The play calls are so long, and like because why every single person like within that play call you're saying their job. So it's like you could say Z this, but Z could have like 10 different jobs in the shit. So it's like, and then that's just him. And
that's why our offense looked bad the first year Kyle Shanahan was there.
Yeah, because nobody knew what the fuck was going on. Nobody knew what's going on. Nigga, Roddy was like,
Roddy was just on
blocking and shit.
like what the fuck y'all got me doing out here? And nigga was like, oh yeah, all right, bye, you're cut.
Yo, cut that nigga. And Roddy White never played again.
It's because he never wanted to though.
Yeah,
he didn't want to play for nobody he couldn't contend with. Niggas was calling him, but he was always on. He was always on fucking NFL Network talking about some Bill Belichick called me. I'm gonna go play. Like, I guess Bill ain't never called him.
Yeah, because Kyle was like, that nigga's not gonna do all the things you want.
But he was still good when he got cut. He was still good.
But that year with the Falcons though, it was very clear that he was slow. It was very clear that he had taken a step back.
Nah, we wasn't throwing him the ball. Like the offense period looked bad, but
and when since they did throw him the ball, it was in bad spots.
Since he was the one that was so loud about it and wasn't putting up numbers, like Julio wasn't loud about it. Roddy was loud about it, and he was like, all right, if you just not going, like, if you're not gonna come in, you're gonna buy in and you're gonna go. And that's what happened.
And then the next year,
they cut his ass.
Niggas had Taylor Gabriel tied for the league lead in touchdowns. Taylor Gabriel is one of the his time with the Falcons. I love that nigga forever.
He probably watched some shit on YouTube all the time. It's just his games.
Yeah, because he was really that nigga on the Falcons, bro. Mm-hmm. Like it was like when that nigga caught the ball, I was like, oh, Turbo, we out. That was a time, man. That was a great time to be a Falcons fan until the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. It was a great time, bro.
That was a great year.
There's a lot of Falcons stuff
going on. And the year after was fun too. People forget about the year after. They always remember 2016, but we was good 2017 too.
Absolutely.
And we lost.
They tripped Julio.
And we lost.
They tripped Julio. And the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Fuck the Eagles. That year, anyway. Yo, so we got some topics on this list, and it's some interesting ones. I asked this one on the last episode with Dante and Zig, but we got two new people here, and I kind of want to hear y'all perspective on this one too. So I'm gonna ask y'all, how long before y'all get married? Like, y'all think
3 years?
3 years?
Yeah.
You heard that, girl?
I don't know, like, cause
that's cool. That's an okay answer. What are y'all requirements on that? Like, where and it's not even so much your requirements for a woman. Like, what are your requirements for life? What are your requirements for yourself? What are your and then maybe some of your requirements that you have for her, but like, where do you know? And the reason I look at this because especially when I think about bro that just got married, he had like a whole plan and then he notched everything off his plan, and it was like, all right, cool, I could do this now. Like, what's y'all shit?
I never even thought about getting married because there's a lot of things right now that I'm not willing to sacrifice, and I don't know when I will be able to sacrifice that. And I know I have to sacrifice it if I want to get married.
I'll say this to y'all, just like I said this to them. I'm like, do you realize that like as men, we're not bred, not bred, but like we're not groomed to think about being husbands.
Yeah.
Like being a husband, is not the sign of the end, but it's like everything you know as life is over. It's 2 times in a man's life where they make it seem like that. When you become a parent and when you become a husband, where it's like all that shit you was doing before, you can't do that no more. And it's like women grow up like dreaming about this shit. Like And I think that's a very interesting perspective on life to just have. And it's like for me, I don't know. Like for me, everything in my life has to be in order. And I was talking to my mom about this the other day, and it was like to me, to date certain ways, like to get to a certain point with a person now, it's like I don't even think I could do that without my life being in a certain way, because I feel like it's too serious of a thing. Like when I'm at the stage where like women can be at where they like 22 when they be like, I don't want to date no more if we not talking about marriage and da. Like that's all you see today is like motherfuckers is fed up with dating, and they if you're not trying to be somebody's husband or be with them forever, like that's the thing. Like I understand that now, where it's just like
dating nowadays is exhausting though. It
is exhausting. Because and it's like there's so much more to deal with.
Everybody comes with requirements, but they don't want to like meet in a gray area. So it's like my way or the highway type of thing. And it's like you got to compromise.
Have to compromise.
Like, if you're not willing to compromise with your partner, then you're not going to work out at all. And the reason why I said that, like mine is 3 years, because I felt like in the 2 years that I've been with my lady, it's like. Plus, I'm older than Shawn, so like it's kind of different. Like he's saying he never thought of it. Like me being, I'm about to be 29 in a few months, so it's like I've experienced enough life where it's like I'm not like settling when I say I'm okay with getting married, but it's like
slowing down.
Yeah, like I don't see no need for me to be dating again or anything like that, and I'm happy where I'm at. Like I've seen the great things about my lady. I've seen the bad things about my lady. We work through bad things that comes with me and with her. So the fact that we've like reached some points, reached the bottom or whatever, and got back to the top, and this is not even cheating or anything. Like it's just literally like characteristics that like we can bat each other with sometimes. We work through all of that by literally being mature and talking things out and everything. So I feel like why would I like even like try to fuck this up or want to like try to like look out elsewhere for something
else?
Yeah, like it's literally no point to me. Like for a small satisfaction to go with like another woman or some shit. Like I tell my girl all the time, like if I'm not with you, I'm not building another bond with nobody. Because before you, I was a horse, and like and and she know that like. Before that, I was a whore, like, and that shit was exhausting. Like right before I got with my lady, bro, I was celibate a little bit, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you, cause I literally got tired of like dealing with like multiple women or just dealing with multiple personalities and shit. Not even like saying I'm having sex while I'm like, you gotta talk to women. Like when women like you gotta talk to them every day.
And especially if you're not just on some dog nigga shit where it's like I only talk to you when I want to fuck you. Like if you're a good person, like you have to be a good person. So now it's like. You got to be true to yourself, unless you're not gonna be yourself. So now it's like, all right, cool. I care about you. Like, do I care about you enough to want to talk to you all day? No, but like, you all right? You good? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the days or the ages of where you just kind of like are doing whatever with people and you don't give a fuck about them. Like, that's so far away from where niggas are in life.
I never even been that type of person. Like.
Me neither. But some people have though. It's people who
I don't understand it because I'd just rather be doing something that I want to do than doing something that somebody else want to do and I don't really care about them.
Like it's crazy to think about it. It's like there's space in this world where people value people enough to have sex with them, but don't care about their day.
Sound like me a few years ago.
But that's wild. But that comes with growth and that comes with understanding. But it's like, yo, if like what they say in that song, if we ain't freaking, we ain't speaking. Like it's just like, well, damn, my nigga. Like, what if niggas had a life moment? Like you don't care about that at all. It's like certain things is like I was never able to get with. Like that was the person I was.
Yeah, and the thing about me, like I think about. Like whenever I do something, I think about like the extreme. So like, if I'm having sex with a girl that I don't really care about, like there's a possibility she can get pregnant. And then like, if she want that kid, then like, what I'm gonna do after that?
Real shit. That's some real shit right there.
Like now, now I got to look at a baby that I really didn't want.
I thought he was about to say that I don't like.
Not like I'm gonna love my child. Like I'm gonna be a good father to for my kids because my father set the example for me, and my grandfather. Like I got men in my life that set the example for me. So like I just can't look at my kid and be like, nah. But I gotta look at a kid that look like somebody that I don't really care about.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, like
shit, half of that always is that person.
Bro, I always, and then like your child to do something that
you of that person,
but not even remind you of that person because you don't really know that person like that, so you don't know where these actions came from.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, like I think about the extreme, bro.
That's very true.
But it's a gift and a curse because like I overthink a lot of stuff. So sometimes I won't do something because I made up like 50 million different scenarios in my head. But
is it ever something you ever dreamt about your wedding? Like you ever had a dream about that?
I daydreamed.
No, daydreamed about my wedding. I mean, daydream, yeah, because like I'll see videos online of niggas like getting married and crying and stuff like that. Like I'll be like, damn.
Like that's an experience. Like, and I keep going back to it. And it's like because shout out to Lenny and Chelsea, whatever. Like y'all got married, or whatever. But like seeing that like up close and being a part of it the whole way was like for the first time in my life. Like not to say that I've never been with someone and wanted to marry them and wanted to spend the rest of my life with them, but to look at those types of experiences with your friends, with your family. Like the wedding itself, just all of the whole part of it, I was like, this is something I actually want for myself. Which means I do want at some point to just be with just one person. I do want my friends to want to enjoy the company of the person that I'm with almost the same way they enjoy my company. You know what I mean? It's real cool when like your homies like fuck with your girl. Like or like when you like when shit like that happens because it's not like that, but like on some where it's like yo like she cool, like niggas don't like it's like we don't got to be weird if she come around or, like obviously niggas not gonna be we men so we wait till y'all leave to continue having certain conversations, but like at the end of the day it's like she don't be on no bullshit, you don't be seeming unhappy. To me that's enough. I support whatever it is, and it's like I just seen on IG, like shout out to Reg and Janelle. That's why I call Reg girlfriend. Her name Jennifer, but like her Instagram is Janelle. So like I call her Janelle to her face. Like I just have to. But yeah, like she got bro wanted a Nintendo Switch that was sold out when he went and looked for it. I'm talking like Reg is the nigga that could get anything online like when it released. The Pokemon one, it was done up for him. She got that nigga that shit for Christmas, which means she got that shit when it dropped, or she bought it for resale. Yeah, either one. But either way, it was like, damn, bro, like you care about niggas, and it's like I've never been like I'm not the spend money like just frivolously type person. Like I like to give gifts that like are thoughtful, and like to me, while a Nintendo Switch costs money, to me that's thoughtful because it's something that like that was just to see bro happy. It wasn't like a here nigga you want to switch here. Like she could have got the nigga any Nintendo Switch if that was the case, but you went and found like you cared enough to find that, or like I like seeing when like my friends' girls like when them niggas are really happy.
Prime example. Me and my girl sitting in my room one day, bro. Like she's on her laptop. I'm thinking she's studying and shit. I think the Knicks are playing at the time, and she like, oh, like if you was to go to the Knicks game, like who would you want to see? Like who's their rival or something like that? I was like, oh, this is the Nets, and she was like, okay. But I'm watching the game and shit, like so I'm not really like giving the conversation like too much energy, and then like probably like 10 minutes later, like she turned her like a computer screen around. It was like, hey, I got you tickets for the game. It's not my birthday.
It's just cuz.
It's just cuz, bro.
That nigga miss to start eating coochie, bro.
Yeah.
You hear this guy? You hear this guy? But nah, like man. She did that shit. Like she did that shit. I was just shocked. Like, but I've also done things like that for her as well. Like,
and it's like just to see somebody else, like, and it feels good as a person. It feels good to
me, it feels weird.
What, to give?
To receive. It feels weird.
And you know
giving feels weird too to me a little bit.
Nah.
To me.
Nah. I don't know. Giving, I don't know, because I'd rather see the person smile.
I'm just saying it feels weird because, like I said, I've been making stuff up in my head, so like I kind of envision like their like facial expression, or like I don't be expecting it, but it's just like I just have stuff playing in my head, like maybe she might react this way, and then if she like it to the point where like if she really like it to the point where she start crying, I'd be like, all right, what do I do now? Like that's why I feel weird to me.
I ain't gonna lie, my girl got me a gift before, and I dropped a 10. This shit was random, and it was something that I wanted, like, and she got it randomly, bro. Like she ordered, like she just would be at my crib sometimes, and like I got an Amazon package, and like she was like, "Oh, go outside and get this package for me." She was like, "I got something delivered here." I was like, "All right," and I got it, and then she was like, "Oh, open it for me," and I'm like, "All right." And when I opened it, it was something that I said I wanted before. I'm like, oh, hold up, like you did this for me, like.
Yeah, and what's so crazy is like as men, you know, we go out and we do for our families, for whoever. We all about that type of shit. And like when somebody take the time to listen to you and then be like, all right, this nigga like this type of stuff, and to be like, yeah, nah. And it don't gotta be monetary, it don't gotta be artificial, it don't gotta be any of those things. It's just about, somebody showing you that they care.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to say for men that happens so far in between, but it's like to the point where it make you stop and just be like, wow, you really care about me. And like for somebody to just be able to do that over and over and over and over again, it's like, there's a point in life where I can experience that. That's crazy, because the only person that really, from my life, ever really did that shit for me is like my mama bear. Like, I grew up experiencing things and like the way people wanted me to experience them. Like, my parents, if my parents didn't like something that I liked, they didn't like push me towards it. It was like, all right, you could do it, but like for example, I played football my freshman year. I never got in no games. Not one. My dad showed up to every game. Every single game he showed up. Mm-hmm. And like to him, that's a big deal. But like I competed in spoken word. I competed in public speaking. And
he went to the events that he wanted to go to.
Yeah,
that type of stuff. Oh.
So it's like it got to the point where it was like, but then my mom had to tell me. She was like, my mom was like, you know why? Sometimes she's like, I never came because. She's like, you try to pick and choose how people show up for you. And she's like, I'm not going to be. She's like, you either going to let me show up for you or like, I'm not going to do it. But you're not going to tell me I only could come to this one because like, I'm going to make you nervous. And then like, for me, it was just like, I grew up with people showing up to like the bigger games and to things like that. So like, I was conditioned for a very, very long time to just be like, all right, this is an important one. Like, can you come to this? But like, I've been in semifinals for the Knicks Poetry Slam. Nobody can. Like, my pops didn't come see that. I fucking national competition in Missouri and LA. Niggas didn't come see that. Not even in the state ones when they was in Jersey. So it's just like I grew up experiencing things the way people try to want me to experience them. So it's like when you look around, it's like somebody supports you or likes the things you do. They don't even got to support. They don't even got to like it. But it's like you care enough to support it, even though it's not something that you may fuck with. Like that speaks a lot to me.
Yeah, my parents, they showed up to everything, even shit that I found was kind of stupid, because they had like this fucking art show for the city, and my art teacher told me that something that I drew in class was being submitted for the art show, and it was just like this big portrait of Cam Newton doing like his Superman celebration, but it's like when he opened his jersey, like his jersey opened up, and it's like the S right here on his chest, and I drew that shit like I used to draw like crazy, like OD, and so I drew that shit in class, and then he was just like, it's gonna be put inside the fucking art show for the city at the Board of Education. So I went because for one, the Board of Education building was right up the street from my house. Like it didn't really take me no effort to get there. And then and my shit was in there. Like I wanted to see the display. Like I didn't really care for it. So I was just like, yeah, y'all can have it. Like I don't care. Like I just did this shit in class. But I was there, and then my parents asked me, like I told my parents, like, I'm just going up the street real quick because my picture got put in the art show or whatever. Just like sometimes I just leave the house, tell them where I'm going. They be like, all right, and they like, what? So I'm like, yeah, I told them. They got dressed and they was like, we going. So they made a big deal out of it. Like I was like, to me it wasn't nothing. I just wanted to see how my shit was displayed, like just stupid shit, like make sure my name was spelled right.
Yeah,
like just stupid shit. Like I went up there for it. And they made a big deal out of it.
But it's crazy how like those type of experiences like set the table for like the way you experience things as an adult. Because, you know, like that's gonna be how you show, like you're gonna show up for your kids that way.
Yeah.
And then like for me it's gonna be like every time that I look at certain situations, I'm like, every time that I wanted somebody there and nobody was there, I'm gonna be there twice for my kids. Like, and that's the type of way that I'm trying to position my life now, where it's just like, never in my life was I like, damn, like it'd be really cool to like have weekends off and 9 to 5, whatever. But it's like, unless my friends cook or work in this industry, like none of y'all niggas, like I'm not surrounded by people who cook anymore. Like that used to be my life. Like for the majority of my 20s, that was my life. Where it was like everyone around me like was cooking. Like those were the people I hung out with. Those are the people I talked to. Those are the people I live with. But like everybody doesn't do that. So it's like if you're not doing this, like it'd be Monday and Tuesday, I'd be off work and it's just like, all right, like what y'all niggas doing? Starting the work week. Like most niggas starting the work week then. It's like they don't work Saturday, they don't work Sunday. Like I gotta try to take off from work just to go to a regular family event like somebody's birthday dinner or something like that. And like how many more years are people just gonna have to understand? You know what I mean? Like, how do you explain to a 5-year-old that like you didn't come to their game because you had to work? Like, it's not gonna compute.
Yeah, that shit don't matter to them.
And then trying to teach them that is to me is heartless. After a certain point, it's like because you never choose them. And it's like my mom really had a great way of explaining it. She was like, you know, with certain things, she was like, you got to choose your kids because it's gonna come back one day where you want them to choose you. Mm-hmm. She's like, you want them to like she say it all the time. She's like, when I get old, I want my kids to want to take care of me. That's the where she's at. And like she's like, bro, like I would hate to be 65 and like need like oh, say some wild shit happened, my Social Security check don't come and like I need groceries and my child's like, all right. But it's really parents that like I'll never forget some days like asking some of my folks for like lunch money and niggas like, all right, bro, go pass my wallet. And it's just like, nigga, I didn't ask to go to school. I don't want to go to this shit. Like, I would much rather stay here and eat. But if I'm going to go to school, like, nigga, I need lunch. And we talking about, like, niggas have reduced lunch. Lunch was 40 cents. Like, what we talking about for real? So it's just little things, like the way we experience things as children and the way we're going to, like, progress forward as adults and the way we're going to, like, it's crazy how it all ties into each other. Update on the EOR Fantasy League. Because it's Fantasy Championship Week starting tomorrow. It's going to be me versus Rose. Because I snuck in. Because, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Mike Evans and Tom Brady. Yo, Tom Brady was not looking Mike Evans' way all yesterday. At all. And I was loving every bit of it. And then, so I'd be out with like 2 points. So like,
wait, did they win?
Who?
Tampa Bay lost?
Tampa Bay won.
Oh, they won? All right.
Yeah. They came back and won like literally 10 minutes into the fourth. I was sitting there at my mom's crib and I was like, Miss Chris, like, yo, this is gonna happen. I said, no matter what, they're gonna make it look like Tom Brady is the GOAT because that's who it is. I was like, some shit's just gonna happen. And like, you know what happened?
But can you imagine if these niggas won the Super Bowl?
I don't want to hear that shit, bro. They're gonna dick ride so much, bro. And I'm not gonna hold you.
That's why
they have the team for it. They have one of them teams that could rip. That niggas just wouldn't want it. Like,
that's why I said like they're gonna get the like if they win the division they're gonna get the
because they won.
No, but But Carolina won too. They got to beat Carolina. They have to beat Carolina.
I could have swore the way I thought they put a graphic on the TV that said if they won today.
Carolina had to, because Carolina's only a half a game back.
Yeah, but they're 7-8, and Carolina 6-9. But I think they have enough divisional wins or something like that where they would win out or something like that. The way they said it yesterday was like,
no, but it's 2 more games left. So if Carolina has 8 wins and Tampa Bay has 7, then Carolina's going to win the division. But I was just saying, I was like, if they win, they're going to get the 4th seed, and they're going to have to face like whoever comes in second place in the NFC East, was probably the Cowboys. I was like, bro, like that's going to be a bad, bro.
That's a bad matchup for the Cowboys.
Whoever they play, they probably going to win that first round. Yeah. And it's Tom Brady, so like, and it's a home game for Tampa Bay. So whoever go to Tampa Bay week 1 of the wild card is going to get cheated.
Yeah,
they're going to get cheated.
That is 100% a fact.
If you don't go in there and you beat them by 30 points, you're probably going to lose because you're going to get cheated.
Like you better score every time you touch the ball, because otherwise something's going to happen. Something is going to happen. Like, and I literally said this. I was like, bro, I don't care what happens. I said, some way, somehow. I said, you have to remember who's playing right now. It's a primetime game, and these niggas are 6-8 playing the motherfucking. Who did they play last night? Arizona with no quarterback. Why? This game should have been flexed, but Tom Brady's playing, so it's not. And it's Christmas Day. It's his first ever Christmas game. I was like, they're gonna let this nigga lose.
I was like, the only team that's gonna go to the playoff. The only NFC South team that's going to go to that could go to the playoffs and actually win a game is Tampa Bay. Yeah. We wasn't gonna beat Dallas. Carolina's not gonna beat Dallas. New Orleans isn't gonna beat Dallas.
They can though, because the Bucs genuinely have a solid offensive roster, even though Christian Wirfs got hurt yesterday. That hurts. And they lost their starting left tackle.
And whoever plays them, they're going to get cheated. Like, that's, you got to, as a coach, you got to go into the game being like, yo,
tell your coach, like, hey, we not going to get a lot of calls.
It's Tom Brady and it's January. So, I mean, like.
Yo, it was a lot of suspect calls. I'm like, yo, that's PI. They go PI, no flag. They go, them niggas touch Julio.
Bro, last year the only reason why the Rams beat the Buccaneers was because Antoine Winfield Jr. just let Cooper Kupp run by him.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why.
Yeah, like, because they were gonna get cooked too. And literally, I know Tom Brady be looking at these niggas like, bro, y'all not get it. Like, all we gotta do is kind of show up and do what we do. We don't got to be better than these niggas. They're going to help us out.
Who did they play yesterday? Because I didn't watch
the Cardinals. Like, yo, the nigga Trace McSorley, like, he was doing, that nigga was not scared to throw the ball, bro.
Nah, he was pretty good at Penn State, but he one of those white quarterbacks that run, and he like one of them Johnny Manziel type niggas.
He low key, but I also, like, I was watching this kid play. I'm like, this nigga got heart, bro. Yeah. Like, he got heart. He not scared to stand in there and throw the ball. And even when he ran the ball, bro, like, he ran smart. He wasn't trying to, like, make a bunch of, like, doing a wash it, but he was like, fuck it, we in here. Like, and he almost won. You know what happened? The niggas try to say it was a bad pitch. Anything that hits you in both hands like this.
I didn't watch the game, so I don't know.
Bro, they lost because a nigga dropped a pitch and then niggas recovered it. And then it was like, I'm like, there it is. I'm like, I told you, bro, some shit is gonna happen where it's like, I'm like, bro, because niggas were saying like, niggas should have went and scored. I'm like, no, bro. I'm like, when you playing against Tom Brady, I'm like, you got to play smart football. I'm like, these niggas know they have a rookie quarterback. The offensive line, I'm like, they're going to blitz the fuck out of him, take everything low away. I'm like, they're going to make this nigga beat them throwing. I was like, and he can't do that. I was like, so they're going to get probably 2 or 3 more chances to score on offense. And that's exactly what happened. And it's like some people, like, it was the way, like, if you understand football, like, really, really, really get it, and like understand situational football and all those things, you can see the game happening before it happened. Like, you can watch it and be like, if they don't get this right here, like, they're gonna do this right here. It's not. That's why so many what they call them armchair quarterbacks, where it's like everybody think they know what's going on. But it's like, if you played enough football, or you experienced enough, you watch enough, you know. It's just about whether or not niggas can execute.
Yeah, that's why I don't like when people say that. Like, they get online and be like, well, you never played quarterback in the NFL before. I was like, yeah, because I'm not physically good enough. Like, I can sit here and predict a play and be like, well, they should do this. Like, if you know football, like, you know if somebody running cover 3, then you could just run 4 verticals and one of the slots going to be open because the safety has to choose who to guard. Like, duh. But,
Like-
but I'm not an NFL player because, my nigga, I'm 5'6" and I'm slow. Like, I'm not physically able to play in the NFL, dumbass.
That wouldn't have happened. But up here, mentally,
Yeah. That's why there's a lot of good coaches in the NFL who are terrible players because
all they know how to do is draw up plays.
Yeah,
they're in the
NFL because of their smarts and not their physical ability. Because being in the NFL, you got to be a smart player as well. You can't be stupid in the NFL.
Like, yeah. So somebody said I had a conversation with a couple guys just this past week about the Wonderlic test. And niggas were trying to say, like, because Dion made a comment about when he was going to take the Wonderlic test, and they was talking about, like, they handed it to him, like, a phone book or whatever. They handed him this shit, like, he asked him, they're talking about him being on draft day and was like, yo, when y'all pick?
I'm not doing this, nigga. I'm not going to be here. Like,
yeah, I'm not going to be
here.
Y'all
can
have it. But it's like, one, everybody not Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Two,
everybody not gifted like that, bro.
Yeah. Like, and that's just the truth. But like,
because realistically, when you're somebody like Deion Sanders, like, you don't gotta read the whole playbook. You could just be like, hey, you follow him around all day. That's it.
Yeah,
and he could do that.
Yeah, like that's just the truth. Like everybody's not that guy. But and it was like, is it important for like quarterbacks? And I'm like, nigga, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm like, football plays be like 5 seconds,
bro. I just watched like a TikTok of, it was like John Gruden and some quarterback, and John Gruden is like saying the play to him, and he's having trouble like saying it in the huddle. Like, say if I tell you a play, like if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to you, and you got to turn around and say it to somebody else, he's having trouble doing that. He just coach, say it again, coach, say it again, and like John Gruden's like really getting mad.
Cause it's like, bro, like, you need to be able to hear this, respond.
Yeah, you gotta play.
Go.
Like, you gotta play telephone. You gotta listen to what he just told you, and then tell 10 other people,
and communicate it perfect.
Like, and then know where everybody else is, because a lot of shit they do at quarterback. Like, I guarantee you, like, they don't even be seeing a lot of the receivers running around. I think that's why a lot of interceptions happen, because when you're playing, like, I'm pretty sure they don't see the niggas running around. It's just like, if I look right and the safety's not right there, then I'm throwing the ball right there, and hopefully the receiver just runs underneath it. Yeah, but if I look over there and he's right there, I know not to throw it.
So like that's exactly like,
they throw it to, like, if you really watch quarterbacks, they throw it to spots and not people.
Yeah,
that's why they always be like timing, because if you see a quarterback turn around to fake a handoff and he immediately turns around and you see him throw it, you think he sees the receiver crossing the field? No, he just knows he's supposed to be there.
Yeah, and like that gets into, like, I was explaining to somebody, it was an older gentleman, like what the concept of option routes. Because you gotta remember, like, back when niggas was like, when they was coming up watching football, like, all of that shit wasn't, it was like, yo, you ran a post, you ran a corner. It wasn't no like, hey, if you in the slot and you see this nigga, if you see the linebacker do this, run this way. If you see this, do that. And like, where everybody's gonna see that at the same time and just react. And I was explaining to him, I'm like, yo, if this quarterback, I was like, if the quarterback, I'm exactly what you said, basically. I'm like, he's throwing to this corner because without even talking to that receiver is supposed to see the way that safety moves, see he's running the cover 3, and know that, okay, I have a choice to run a post, run an in, or run an out right here, based on what this safety does. And if the quarterback sees the safety do this, at the end of the day, they've done this time and time and time after time and time and time again, to where it's like, I shouldn't have to think about this. Neither should you. We saw him do this. We're supposed to break in right here. Doesn't matter what the, like, this beats that coverage no matter what. That was like why that shit that Ed Reed did was so cool.
Yeah.
Because like when he did some shit in the preseason to fake Peyton out, because he knew when he saw it on film, he was gonna think Peyton didn't really see it. And then when it came out in game time, niggas like, oh, this that time when he about to do that shit. And he faked it. And Peyton's like, yup, that's what I thought you was going to do. And Avery was like, nah, nigga, I know you thought I was going to do that. I planned for that. And then he darted back. And I was
talking to somebody because he was at, because you know how Baker Mayfield, like, he got cut, but then he got signed by the Rams and like played like 2 days after he
First of all, niggas got Baker Mayfield looking tough.
Yeah, but I get it because people be like, I was having a conversation with the person. He was like, "How do you just get signed to a team as a quarterback and then just go out there and play like 2 days later?" I was like, because a lot of the stuff in football is like common football knowledge. I was like, a lot of the stuff in football is common football knowledge. Like, you may have to like it may be different different terminology for different plays as far as like trying to disguise what you're doing. But like if you tell a quarterback, like if a quarterback has been playing quarterback his whole life and you tell them just like, yo,
all it needs is the verbiage.
Like, yeah, like your receiver's on the right going run scat combination. He already knows what that is. They're going to run a smash combination. He already knows what that is. They're going to run an under combination. Like it's common. It's just like everything else, common football knowledge. Like, so it's not hard for them to go out there and just all the coach got to do is tell them, oh yeah, it's just going to be probably scat on the right, and an under on the left, and he know who running what because it's common football knowledge. It's just like when niggas audible at the line of scrimmage, they say stupid shit and dummy calls, but it all means the same thing.
Yeah,
that's how Tony Romo be in the booth for like. That's why Tony Romo be in the booth for like, well, they about to motion to the right, but they're about to run left just based on what the guy said at the line. He played quarterback his whole life. Like, it's common knowledge. But the defense don't know that because the defense got to prepare for other shit. They don't know what that offensive stuff mean. They play defense.
They don't speak their language.
Yeah.
Like, all it is, like, at the end of the day, and this was, like, I was, shout out to my boy Teddy. He about to go down to the XFL. He, like, it's a whole different, it's just language. Yeah. Like, he said to me, he's like, when they get to a certain point, he's like, if I'm lined up outside, he said, play only going to last like 4 to 5 seconds based on how you release and based on what this nigga might do. He's like, you really only can run 3 routes off this. You can only do this. He's like, so I just play for them 3 shits. He's like, I just do this. And he's like, hopefully, like, I'm in the right spot for this, that, and the third. He's like, if I can make the QB have to make a perfect pass and beat me all the time, I did my job. If he throw a perfect pass every time, like,
yeah, that's why
I can't do shit about.
That's why some coaches be like, "Yo, he's so smart," because like he knows everything. A lot of football players don't know everything.
Yeah,
like that's how what's the name? I forgot who that player.
Said the game.
That's how I forgot who that player was. Like Cam Newton calling the line play at the line of scrimmage, and it was like, "Yo, that's that wheel route." Like, because that's what they because that's what they run. Like
that nigga Cam said, "Wheel route, huh?"
Yeah,
you watching film, huh?
They be watching film. Yeah, because like, yeah, you've been watching film. Like, you know this what we run out of this, but like, we know y'all smart.
That nigga said, so watch this.
It might be a wheel route, but it's not because now he see you playing this, so now he got the option to go in. Like, it's just simple stuff.
It's so crazy. And that, to me, that's what I love about football. Like somebody's asking me, like, why do you prefer football to basketball? And it's like, to me, like, and it's unless it's a blowout, like, the last 10 minutes of basketball mean the most. Like, I could cut it, and it's like same kind of for football, but like football, the whole landscape of the game could change in an instant. Like, I feel like the only time we've seen like 2 minutes change an entire basketball game is when like the Warriors was first dropping, and like niggas would go up 15 in like 5 shots, and it's like, whoa, just a minute ago this was like a 3-point game. Now niggas are up 15 because niggas shot a 3, got a steal, shot a 3. Oh shit, we missed. Niggas shot another 3. Now we went from being down 3. Now we down 12. Boom. Niggas go down there. Now we trying to compete. This nigga shoot a 3 with a miss 2. Bang. Wow. Now niggas up 15. And it's like, oh shit. That's the only time to me, like, basketball is like I like seeing crazy plays on the TL is like, oh, all right, damn, that was crazy. I can't sit and watch no basketball game, bro. It's not in me. To do it live, all right, I'm with that. But to like basketball to me is getting to the place where baseball is at. It's a lot more exciting, but like where it's like, all right, cool. This nigga Giannis is gonna get his 30. Like, niggas can't do shit with him. You can't do shit with him. You can't do shit with him. All right, cool. When it's playoff basketball and it start mattering and it like niggas have to like really, really like make adjustments up, then to me it's time to watch basketball. But regular season basketball is too many games. Like, I'm good. 82 games, bro.
I think the only season I ever watched every single game of a team was 2012 Knicks. I watched every game that season.
That was Melo's year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it 2012, 2013? Niggas lost to the Pacers in the semifinals or something like that.
Yo, since we're on the topic of basketball, it's still sports. So like, what's y'all favorite sports game? No Madden, no 2K, no NCAA.
NBA Ballers.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
NBA Street.
Which one?
Volume 2.
Oh, all right.
Come on, bro.
Volume
1 go crazy too, but Volume 2 is.
People kill me because people say like NBA Ballers Phenom was the best one.
I don't even remember that shit.
Oh, I mean,
That was the last one, right?
nah, I think the Chosen one was the last one.
I
But that was my favorite one. Whichever one had Chauncey Billups on the front. That was my favorite one.
That was the one. That was the one. My shit was Cha.
I say he just said he lied. Nah, people say Phenom. People say Phenom is the best, but I like the Chosen one. That was my favorite one.
What's my shit? Believe it or not, my shit is Wii Sports.
Wii Sports is tough. Like when niggas play bowling and shit.
Yo, Wii Sports to me, like, and the only reason I say that is because like you really had to like
The baseball shit was fun.
Bro, yeah.
Baseball shit is
You had to
fun.
learn, like you had to learn how to do that. Like if you couldn't pitch, if you couldn't and it had like so many different, like to me the best shit was the boxing. Cause like my pops,
Oh yeah,
I used
the
to get on
boxing.
there- I used to get on there, and you know who got that shit right now? The VR shit. The VR boxing shit, that shit ain't no joke, my nigga. And it's really a workout. You'll be in there sweating. Because if you don't shoot your hands, like with the Wii, you could get it off with not really shooting the hands. Like once you learn how to
you could
do that, but you still had to do something. But like with this new shit, the Oculus shit, if you don't shoot your hands, my nigga, and you don't guard, like you're getting beat up. Yeah. You getting punched right in your shit. Like you got like all of that shit. And in the rounds, like it's really a workout, bro. Like I was in there like, yo, I need some water. Like it's really that. And I'm interested to see how they incorporate video games in general, because that's where games is going. Everybody like they tried it years ago.
I don't think I like that though.
Technology wasn't there. I fuck with it because like at the end of the day, like I'm starting to play like I played like we like things for realism. So it's like imagine if they could like
some things don't need to be too real though, because that shit fucks with people's like
what's real and what's not, the perception of reality. That's true.
Like I said, I overthink a lot of stuff. So like maybe like this is mad extreme, but like, can you imagine if like 12, 13-year-olds play like virtual reality Call of Duty or virtual reality Grand Theft Auto? How bad that would be for their mental, bro.
But let's keep it $150, right? That's bad parenting, because it quite literally like allowing you 12 and 13.
But you can say that, but it's always parents that be like, not my kid.
You got to
not even that, just like not my kid. My kid won't. But you don't know what your kid. You don't know what your kid will do.
That's true. That's very true. They got this shit out now, and I just googled the name because it's called Sandbox. And I think that would be something for all for the pod to do. That'd be real cool. It's literally like it's fully immersive VR. So like you go in there like they got 4 different worlds that you could be a part of, and like you in this room and the whole shit VR or whatever. You could go in there and pick pistols. You go in there and pick a big gun or whatever. And you in this room, like walking through the shit, like anything around you, like it's like that, and you just like shooting the shit up like that. That shit is fire. Like, and then like I was saying, like that's the way. Like I see what you mean in the sense where it's like, damn, like imagine if
because kids have access to everything now, like everything.
Yeah, and I definitely think that
like it was easy for our parents to hide stuff from us. You can't hide nothing from a kid these days because somebody at school got it. And they showing it to people. Yeah.
Like they got TikTok, they got IG. They can pull up like a kid could literally, unless you got a child search on a child block on your phone. Like if they got Instagram, they can search fat butts.
They're like, I was going through people Instagram stories yesterday because like I had a good time like just like watching kids open their presents and stuff. Like it brought a smile on my face. Like so I was just on IG story going through people's presents, and I just came across this one girl's story, and she got her kid like Fortnite guns, and he wasn't he wasn't like using them like Fortnite guns. He was using them like a real gun. Like she had got him like the gold Desert Eagle, and he just like really like walking around like
with the desert, like with it like in here, like
yeah, like just waving it around like it's a real gun. And I'm like, bro, like
you don't want. And it's like those are the types that like I wasn't allowed to play with guns when I was a kid.
Me neither.
That was something that
not even water guns,
they
bro.
wanted like, yeah, don't even
I wasn't
seeing you been quiet. Like certain shit, it was like the most it could go is like playing like the Nerf shit with my pops, and even that wasn't like it was like yo, like you don't even really want to get into pretending that way because like it can become a real thing.
Yeah, especially bro, if you're a kid, you don't know right from wrong.
Right, they literally don't. They don't understand, and it's like it's one of the few times where it's like yo, they don't know no better. So it's like you can't even really get mad at somebody for not knowing any better. What can you do? It's like they don't know.
Yeah,
you know, and that's what I mean. Where it's like it's bad parenting because it's like not bad parenting, but it's like you really gotta keep an eye on what your kid is playing and like understand what it is like. Like I wouldn't have a problem with my kid playing Fortnite. I would have a problem with my kid playing.
I'm not buying them the Fortnite guns. I'm not buying
them the Fortnite guns. I'm not doing that. But I would have a problem with my same age kid playing Call of Duty.
You have a problem with that?
Absolutely.
I see that.
How old you said?
Like let's just take a 12-year-old, right? Let's take 12-year-old. I would much rather my 12-year-old kid play Fortnite than to play Call of Duty. And we was all playing them type of games at 12.
The realism in Call of Duty is too crazy.
It's too
bro,
real.
Me and Mister was just on Call of Duty earlier, and I got the headset on, and it feel like a fly is buzzing in my ear. Yeah. So I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? And I realize it's the game, bro.
They put that shit on
it's the
side.
game, bro.
It happened at the very beginning of the game because he said it and I heard it too. I'm like, what the fuck, like.
And because they got the flies buzzing around. So it's just like, bro, you think about it. And it's like about what they're conditioning these kids to do over and over and over again. And it's like, the reason I fucked with Fortnite is it's like, yo, because it's still fantasy. Like, bro, niggas is throwing, like, niggas got a fucking hammer that they can bounce through the sky. And
it's a bomb that make niggas dance. Like,
yeah, you feel me? Like, it's still like, it still has some, like,
There's still a kid game.
There's still a kid aspect to it, and the way that they continue to like move the world around and make it's like it has a fantasy vibe to it. Niggas took that vibe and said, "We just gonna put Call of Duty on this shit," and it created a great game. But it's like what is it? The War Zone. Like it's 100 niggas going in there to kill each other, and it's like
and they make these Call of Duty games based on wars that these kids don't even know. They don't even know nothing about it.
Like, yo, I was watching, like, remember when Black Ops? And it was like, yo, Desert Storm. I've heard this term mad times. Like, it was like, oh, this is what these type of operations was. And this, that, and it's like, yo, think about this. There's gonna come a time in it. Like, think about how niggas have gone through shit like Pearl Harbor in these games. There's gonna be a game where niggas do 9/11. It might be too touchy, so they might not do it.
That shit might be down the line though.
But that's what I'm saying, bro.
That shit might be like when we like 60,
bro. Because there was a game where it was like, yo, when niggas was in the city with it.
If it ain't 9/11, they're gonna make it something
that's like that.
Yeah.
Because remember, bro, the fact that we were kids playing the original Modern Warfare 2 with that airport scene,
yeah, bro,
was wild.
Wow, bro.
Yeah.
Like you literally just walking through the airport, and it was crazy. They make you do it.
They make you do it.
They make you like you can skip the mission. You can skip it, but it's like
I think you gotta play it one time though.
Yeah,
but after
just
that,
make you walk in and just kill a bunch of people,
bro. Literally, and it's like they didn't have to incorporate that in the game. They did not have to do that, but it was like
that should just make you think like what's really going on in the world,
bro. Them niggas hopped out the whip, went and got the big toys. And it was like you wasn't running through chasing niggas. You were casually walking with the saw, spraying niggas. And none of us were over 18. None of us.
Yeah, put that shit in the VR game. See how bad this fucking world I mean, the world already bad, but it's gonna be way
that type
worse.
shit, bro.
It's gonna be way worse,
bro. That's trench coat mafia shit, bro. Like that's crazy, bro. It's really crazy, and to think that like it can get more immersive. So I guess maybe I am on your side when it comes to like shooting games and like that. But I think it's a real cool future in it for sports games.
Yeah, I just think
like imagine like they can imagine Madden like I think Madden like face of the franchise would be fire with Oculus. Cause now like when you gotta like look around in the pocket and like avoid the pass rush and shit like that, and it's like of course right now it's gonna be gimmicky, and it's gonna be like, oh, take a step forward and you avoid the pass rush. Oh shit, it's gonna like have things. It's like, oh, you're rushing here, so you gotta like slide to the right, slide to the left. But it's like at some point, like we've all seen the ones where they have the things where niggas are running. Yeah, you can run different directions. Like that shit is coming too. Like the way they have, and it's like I feel like they're conditioning niggas for it now because they have all these kids now almost have their rooms set up for gaming. And we all seen niggas seen Ready Player One, right?
Nah.
Yo, what?
No, I meant to watch it. I remember you said about you talked about it, but I meant to watch it.
You niggas didn't listen?
Bro, I don't be watching a lot of shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Bro, you have to watch it because what we talking about right now, this shit is the future. The shit is it's quite literally, it's like, yo, like the way they make money off the shit, the way like niggas like you got grown adults playing this shit over going to work type shit, like all of it. All of it is there.
Well, that's what I really think the virtual reality is like. Cause you could play a game now. Like you could look at your TV and play a game, but you could look left and right and still realize like I'm in a room playing a game. If you got the VR headset on, you look left and right, you're still in the game.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I think it's bad.
The best thing that came out in recent time was probably like the Pokemon shit. When you had to go catch Pokemons, because that shit had niggas outside.
Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
The Pokemon Go when it came out was tough.
I never played it, but I was watching people like
I just see people just like
walk around and try to catch.
Bro,
shit,
niggas
like,
I was linking with niggas I never met before, like consistently back because this dropped when I was down in West Virginia, and it would be towns like it's spots where it'd be like you could pull a map up and it's like, oh, it's one of these over here. It's like it was like, yo, like shorty would go to work and I wouldn't have to work till like for like 6 hours. I'm driving away like 20 minutes from the job, and I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm about to catch here. I'm about to run this whole gym shit. Like y'all niggas got to beat me. I'm gonna beat y'all niggas all the time. Like that type shit. Like I thought that was cool. I just think they needed to do more with the battle aspect. Like I think the battle aspect of that could have been way cooler. Like if they could have found a way to combine that with like the way the video game play, the shit would have got spooky. You had people like really walking around exploring shit, like walking into areas. Like we was out, like this is back when I was out on the resort.
I got a question to ask y'all when you finish.
We was out walking like literally at nighttime. Like, oh shit, nigga, that's a Squirtle. Pokeball, like really going crazy like late at night, and it was just a way to get people outside. That shit was cool. What's your question?
All right, so it's actually two questions. The first question is, y'all ever just had like a random game that your parents got y'all that you didn't ask for, but like you played it and you enjoyed it, just like as a kid? Now I'm not talking about like
the typical.
I'm not talking about the typical like PlayStation, Xbox game. I'm talking about like just a game that somebody just walked in with and was just like, "Here, it's for you," and then you like plug it up to your TV and then you played it.
So like I don't know if y'all grandmothers like was big on QVC.
Oh yeah, you told this story. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. It was this game. I think it was my old godmother pulled up with, and it was like this fucking green controller, and it had like the wires, the red, the blue, and white wires you plug into the TV. You know the TV with the big ass back.
Red, yellow, and red,
you just plug and you just play games, and there was this game on there. It was called Dig Dug. Bro, I
know what that is.
Bro, I used to have some fun on that shit, bro.
I heard the name before.
I know what that is. That was on the John, the cartridge shit.
Yeah, bro.
It was on that.
Yeah, bro. Me and Reggie used to play Dig Dug and ice hockey all day, bro.
That's crazy. Yo, well, do y'all remember?
I'm gonna look it up.
What's that shit? Remember like the knock hockey shit? Like you could just
The
get
board.
Yeah. So like my first time playing that shit was when I was at Rutgers Prep because niggas had like the real board, like the whole table type shit. But then niggas started building them shits in wood shop in high school. Everybody was walking around that shit. Like class got late, class got ass. Niggas playing them shits $1 a game.
The only random game I probably played, but it's not really even a random game, bro. It's probably Star Fox 64 on Nintendo.
You didn't want that?
You said what?
You said you didn't want that? Somebody
Nah, like my mother had brought me like a few games when I had a Nintendo. It's probably before 9/11, bro. So like yeah, I remember playing a Nintendo before 9/11 even happened. Like I remember playing like Star Fox 64. I had a random like Toy Story game that I literally don't know how I even got that shit. That shit was kind of fun. And this is like you couldn't save nothing back in the day either with that shit. So I used to play that shit.
You could if you had a Rumble Pack.
Didn't have one.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
niggas had a Rumble Pack. That's crazy, bro. You ain't no vibration on the 64.
Because I used to what you call it?
The 64 is probably the nastiest game controller ever made.
Nah,
that shit's disgusting.
Dreamcast.
Yeah, I had a Dreamcast.
That shit was
Dreamcast.
That was a fatter version of that shit.
Dreamcast.
Bro, the shit had niggas only got 2 hands and it was 3 prong. What are y'all talking about?
Nigga, it's 2 handles.
The whole left side of the controller, niggas had no use for it. Niggas didn't use the directional pad on 64 at all. It was just on the controller.
Yeah, but you could still hold it. Well, we was younger back then.
But why though? Why would you hold it like this when you need the middle joint like that?
Yo, you could just.
No, what's fire though? It taught niggas how to like.
You could just
rest on the clip though. With the 64.
The next topic, bro.
I know play 64.
He younger than us, bro.
My first.
He's younger than us.
Yo, I feel like we gotta buy one so this nigga.
You played Sega before?
My first
Sega Genesis.
Yeah. My first game system was my first game system was a PS1 and then a Dreamcast.
Yo, what?
He's younger than us,
I was
bro.
born in 97, bro.
That's only 3 years though.
But 3 years make up a lot of time, bro.
3 years is a lot of time, bro.
Oh, no 64 though. That's crazy to me.
It ain't that crazy when you really think about it, bro.
I didn't have a Dreamcast. I played it though, so I know what it's
about. I think
about.
the Dreamcast came out in
say you in high school because
Dreamcast really the first Xbox.
I say you in high school because you're a senior, bro. Like a sophomore ain't gonna have the same experience as you, but not even a freshman because it's a 3 year gap.
That's true.
You feel me?
I think the Dreamcast came out in 01. PlayStation came out in 2000, some shit like that.
I had Diddy Kong Racing.
By then I was 3 years old,
bro. You missed. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. That was like premier gaming at that time. Like Nintendo like has made a business of being around forever with the same characters just for kids, bro. Like, and that's one thing I fuck with about Nintendo, and is why like it's like yo, it's like yo, I go to Nintendo. It's like yo, if I want to play Pokemon, I gotta I had an itch to play Pokemon. I gotta switch. So it was like why? Because I wanted to play the new Pokemon game. Like I hadn't done that man all along, and I saw like how they made it and like all this other shit. I'm like yo, this was the game niggas dreamed about when they was kids. I have to go get it. I'm like, I remember when the whole game was. I remember when they first put color in Pokemon. I remember when niggas first put light on the Game Boy. I remember when niggas first put a charger on the Game Boy. That was a Game Boy SP. I remember when that was
the first Game Boy I had. Game Boy SP, the one I flipped. That was the first Game Boy I had.
I had one.
Bro, this is crazy.
It's
like
that's the first one I had. That's not the first one I knew of.
I had the purple Game Boy Color, the clear jaw. Like
the one you can see through. Yeah, I had like a blue version, like a sky blue version.
Well, what was your first Pokemon game?
I won't remember, bro. I wasn't like too deep into it. Back then, I was playing what you call it. That's when Madden 2000 or 2001 or some shit like that.
He was one of them guys.
Yeah, like
back then I was still
Randy Moss was God to me.
I used to only play sports games.
Yeah,
that's all. I mean, that's all.
Had it, but
that's all my dad would buy, and I was just playing when my dad played. So I didn't have no Pokemon or no.
All my dad played was shooting games. That's all he played.
My dad was
a nigga to get the gun that came with the shit, hook it up to the TV. Like,
and my dad
really like bang bang bang. Like he was really that.
Yeah, my dad wouldn't allow us in the room when he played his shooting games.
Yeah, nah, that was me. We used to play them shits together. Niggas used to lose. He just pass you the strap.
Ever play Gran Turismo with the steering wheel?
Bro, what?
Come on, bro.
What? We had 2 steering wheels, nigga. Like
that's classic shit.
We had all that, bro. All that. Remember when GT2 dropped? What?
Yeah.
Yo, what? You know what's crazy though? Like in hindsight, Gran Turismo is really not fucking with Forza at all. It's not. Forza really that, bro.
Forza ain't lit for me because I didn't have a steering wheel back at that.
Oh, back then, nah. Back then, Gran Turismo was that.
Yeah.
And then after that, even when niggas moved to Xbox, Project Gotham Racing. If niggas remember that, I don't know if niggas remember PGR. PGR was that.
I was still on PS2. I had Midnight Club.
Ooh.
Need for Speed Underground 2.
Yo, best video game soundtrack ever.
I don't know, bro. That's kind of tough for me.
To me, it's not. It's Midnight Club Double Edition 3. Midnight Club Double Edition had everything. It had everything, bro. It was like, that was probably one of the greatest. And it was like, you could control it too. So it was like, you could control what you was bumping. Like,
Nah. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'm a little biased because it's my favorite game of all time. But Grand Theft Auto
5?
Nah, San Andreas.
San Andreas?
Cause just off of the country music, and I swear to God, bless.
Bless you.
The country music, the country station goes crazy on there.
That's wild.
You got George Strait on there. You got Louisiana Man, Mississippi Woman. Like,
Who is this guy?
Yo, word.
bro, I'm dead at, bro. If I call McLevin right now, ask that nigga about the country music on San Andreas, he can be like, bro, this nigga know every song.
That's really hilarious. Yo, so I'm looking in the chat real fast. Go to the pod chat. Is that really Desmond Bain arms?
Yes, he's a short, stocky nigga, bro.
Yo, why his
Well,
arms?
he's a
like
tall,
that?
short.
He like
arm.
a tall midget.
Yeah, he blocky as hell.
No, that's not this nigga arms, bro. It's got to be Photoshop, bro.
Nah, that, bro. He really got little arms, bro. He has shorter arms.
Yeah, look.
Bro,
Like you know why he like his arms look like that? Because everybody in the NBA has plus size wingspans. He don't. Everybody has plus size wingspan. Like even like Pat Bev and them, like them 6'1" niggas, they got like a 6'6" wingspan, bro. So it looks weird when a nigga don't have long arms in the NBA. Like it's gonna stand out way more.
And he don't got no tattoos.
Yeah, he just looks weird, bro. He look like a cocky nigga that just be in the gym.
Yo, this nigga.
That shit look crazy, bro.
Yo, this nigga got Under Armour. Yo, that nigga arms is terrible. Fucking, before we get out of here, and this is something that I talk to people about, and it's like, do you guys have any vices or things that you do? Like, some people smoke, some people drink, but there's other things in life that could be considered vices that aren't necessarily healthy for us, but we do them because they make us feel good.
I used to eat edibles a lot. I'm not gonna hold you. That was one of my things. I don't really do it too much now. I probably say play the game really like that. That kind of is like,
And that can be one of them.
yeah, it kind of calms me down now. Like it takes my mind off of like something that's bothering me or something like that. Unless the game starts bothering me.
I just sleep, bro. Like I eat fried food. Like
You say eat fried food.
yeah, like when I'm stressed, like in the crib, I just make some fried chicken or something.
That's a
respect
nigga
I'm
thing to
dead
say.
ass,
But I understand it. Like I get it.
I don't know what it is. I
Do you
guess
have a
I
deep
guess
fryer? Do you have a stovetop deep fryer?
I got a cast iron.
Oh, all right. So, but you have one where it's not like, where it's like you just drop a basket in there.
No, I
You
don't
just
have
drop
that.
the chicken in there
I
and
don't have
take them
that.
out with tongs.
Yeah.
We gotta get you a deep fryer, bro.
No, don't. Please don't. I'm trying to stop eating fried food because like I will literally like fry some chicken when I'm bored, when I'm sad, when I'm mad, like and sometimes I just don't even eat it. Like I guess it's comfort because I guess it's what it is. Like comfort.
Golden brown just make you feel good,
I guess like the smell of oil or something. It's just something about it, bro. Like
bro. But that's
I don't get
perfect
it
because
I don't get it.
it's a vice for you. And one of the things for me in the coming year is, and what I've been really working on is changing my relationship with things that I view as vices. Like for me, it's real simple. It's like I smoke weed. Like I love a good beer. Up until my birthday, like for the new year, I'm going no beer, no alcohol. Up until my birthday.
Great choice, bro.
Yeah. So that's like 4 months of no drinking, which I think is gonna do great for my body. But it's more so like how these things affect us and how we view them and how we use them. So and the reason I say that is because one of the things I had to do and what I'm really, really working on doing is Like, I've started it, but really to 100% do is change my relationship with weed. Because when you recognize you're depressed, like, weed is not good for you if you're depressed. If you're not in a certain space or whatever, like, weed can really keep you there. Like, people don't understand. It's like you finally like people try to make it seem like you can be addicted to weed. You can't be addicted to weed, but you can be addicted to what weed does for you.
You can become
like,
very dependent
on that shit. Like, physically, you can't become addicted to it, but you can become addicted to the results. Where it's like, yo, at the end of the day, it's like, yo, like anytime, like, if niggas, like, you know, people, like, we all know at least one person, well, maybe not you because you're not really into the, like, niggas you smoking or whatever, but you might, where it's like, I know you have experienced nigga that like, gotta smoke before they eat.
Yeah.
Gotta smoke before they go do this. Gotta smoke. Now, it's one thing to, like, want to be fried. Like, it's like, say we going out to an event. It's like, all right, cool, I want to get fried. Like, all right, cool. But to be like, it's certain niggas that can't tolerate work.
Nah, but people be like posting stuff like that on social media, like I don't know if they plan or whatever, but like they'll like post a picture of just somebody doing something like random, and then they'll be like, this with a blunt, and I'll be like, bro, why everything got to involve weed?
And it's so crazy, like how, and that's 100% the point. It's like, yo, you mean to tell me, like, you can't experience this at all without being high? And it's like, I had to take a minute and realize, it's like, yo, like, when it's like, why do I smoke the most? When do I smoke the most? And it's like, all right, cool, let me start removing them type of things from my life. When do I drink the most? What is this? And it's like, I've come to realize that I enjoy having a beer more than I like alcohol. I don't drink to get drunk. Like, I have been stopped doing that. Like, if I'm getting fucked up, like, it's niggas playing that. Niggas planned it. Niggas know how they get home. They doing this, doing that. Probably not driving. Like, I'm at that stage of life. But it's like, I enjoy, like, an ice cold beer. Like, I enjoy that. So one of the things that helped me when I was doing, but beer is just empty carbs. It's literally just empty carbs. It's fucking made from wheat, barley. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah, beer not that bad. Beer just like a nigga drinking a soda. Like,
yeah, that's how it feels. That's how it is.
As long as you don't drink. But some people, like, they go overboard.
They drink
like,
a 12-pack of Pepsi, and it's like, why?
Sitting down and just having a beer is not bad. Like,
so it's just like, when I wasn't drinking, I was still able to have that because I drank Heineken 00. So it was like, I literally would drink Heineken 00, and it was like, I didn't mind that it didn't have no alcohol in it because I was drinking it for that refreshing feeling. So it was like, if I can still get that refreshing feeling without it, because I don't need to be drunk. If that's what I'm drinking it for, all right, cool. Like, I smoke weed, and it's like, all right, cool, this shit might be affecting me, like how I show up in this, how I show up in that. It might be affecting, like, certain things. So it's like, all right, cool. Like, maybe it was a point where it was like, there's a time in life in every smoker where it's like they didn't care if niggas smelled that they had weed on them. Niggas be like, oh, somebody got that gas, and it's like, yeah, you know what's up, nigga. And it's like, that shit not cool at 30. That shit, like, walking around smelling like weed isn't cool. Like,
I never found that.
Now, if it's like, if I have, like, I'll be like, oh shit, like, you smell that, like, I'll doctor that shit up, put it away or whatever, like, but like, the smell of weed doesn't bother me. And it wasn't until, like, I lived with my pops for a minute, and I realized that, like, to some people, that smell isn't good. Like, it's like a stench. Like, I smell, like, somebody could, like have some weed around them. I'm like,
why Tori calling me?
Huh?
Tori calling me.
Put it on the pod. Can you connect?
Yeah. What's good, y'all?
What you doing?
We pieing this Monday night.
Oh, shit. Forgot.
Ain't no oh shit,
ain't
nigga.
no oh shit.
Love y'all.
Ain't no love, y'all. Tap in and stay for the rest of the episode. We about to close out.
Jake, DM me right quick.
You said, all right, word.
Yo, Tori,
Who's that?
watch The Wire.
That's Mista.
Yo, you haven't seen that?
Relax.
Watch The Wire.
Relax.
Niggas live in Baltimore and ain't watch The Wire?
I told her it's about her life.
Relax.
Niggas on the avenue don't watch The Wire?
Word.
That's crazy. That shit is super crazy. Yeah, what was I saying?
Text me. Bye. Love y'all.
Yeah,
All right,
I can't promise you I'm gonna call you tomorrow, but I mean call you later, but I'll text you or something.
That's it. That's fine.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
We was talking about something too. That's crazy. You was talking about weed. The smell of people not like.
Yeah, so that to some people is a stench.
Yeah,
like some people like can't stop smelling it. Like they can smell that like as soon as they walk in the room and it don't leave them. Like they gotta burn the candle and shit. Like my mom one time she said, "Yo, one day you sat in here and you left," and I was like, I hadn't even smoked. Like, all I did was like I might have had something on me in my car, and I left it in my car because I was going to my mom's house. And she was like, I just couldn't get it out. She's like, I had to burn a candle and like do this, that, and that. I was like, damn, like, I didn't know that was like that for you, for real. So I like try to like change different shit, but it's like you don't really realize that to certain people it's not that. And then as you get older, it's like, yo, how you present yourself immediately is like very much so important. It's like, yo, like. It's like I could be high. Like my dad said this shit to me. He was like, "Yo, it's okay to be high. It's okay to be." He's like, "But your eyes don't got to be bloodshot red, and niggas don't know as soon as you walk in that you the nigga that was smoking weed." And it was like, but at the same time though, like he was also one of those people that was like very sensitive to it. Like the smell agitate him. Like he doesn't like it. So like your nose is sensitive to it. Like you're not around it. So like, and I am. So like your nose is more sensitive to it. Me putting it in the garage. And then walking into the house, like, I might smell like it, but it's like, it's not me. It was just with me. So it's just like, but now it's like, oh, now you got the whole house smell. I was like, no, I don't. But, like, you can smell it because, like, you.
Yeah,
like,
they be exaggerating a little bit.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, don't do that. But, like.
It's just their way of trying to get you to stop doing something that they want you to stop doing. That's
exactly.
it. That's all it is.
100%.
That's it. It's just a control thing. My parents do the same thing.
Moral of the story, man, control your vices. Don't let them control you. You know what I'm saying? Like, understand, learn what they are. You know what I mean? Learn what it is that is affecting you and how it's affecting you, and control it. Don't let it control you, because it's okay to enjoy things that aren't necessarily quote unquote beneficial to you, because we all enjoy something. Like everybody enjoys something. Like niggas know alcohol bad for them, but they still go out and buy bottles in the club. Like,
please stop drinking, bro. That shit not good.
Stop buying bottles of 42 in the club, because it's not meant to be drank like that, and they overcharging y'all niggas. That's a story for another day. But buy them at South Beach, support the homies.
Yeah, I try not to drink. I just drink stuff that make me feel like I'm drinking a little bit. Like I buy Seagram's. What's some shit's called?
Oh, you an auntie?
Wine coolers. But it's only because like, and sometimes I buy like it's just really only so I feel like I'm doing a little something.
But you will fuck with hard ciders too, probably.
Yeah, that's what I be drinking.
Yeah,
it's just shit to make me feel like I'm doing a little something that's not super crazy.
Yeah, no, I want cold turkey, bro.
No drinking?
No drinking at all, bro.
Done forever?
Yeah, I think so, bro. I don't want to.
You're not done forever, because we drinking at your Muslim way.
It's not Muslim,
like
bro.
Like niggas go, so like say if I'm out with some people and niggas just like having drinks or whatever, like I'll just buy like a fucking Mike's lemonade, like Mike's lemonade. I'm not saying the word between, but
I'll drink some water, because I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
Nah, just so I'm not, because I'm not.
I'm not gonna lie. Like the other night, like everybody around me was
Zig
lit.
Love in the building.
Like everybody else around me was lit the other night, and I went to my car and smoked a little bit, bro, just so like I could like feel something. Cause it's like I ain't about to sit here and drink, so it's like I smoke a little bit now, but like I don't smoke every day or anything. Like I go weeks without smoking, honestly.
Yeah, I smoke. I smoke every now and then, but it always made me go to sleep. It don't matter what I smoke.
That's why
what
I
time.
only smoke at night.
I just wanna go to sleep right after. But I take 2 hits and be good, and I'd be like, damn, I'm probably taking a nap. That's why I ain't watching no football on.
You gotta Saturday, do like, and that's where it gets to like separating, like doing like sativas and indicas and all that. So like, because I got like the sleep apnea shit, like I have to be conscious of that. Like I buy from the guy that I get from, because like he can get me exactly what I need. Certain shit is good for me in the daytime. Certain shit for me good in the nighttime. It does this, that, and the third. So it's all good. But it's like even with that, it's like, am I boosting that? Am I not helping that? So it's like I had to cut back on that.
I don't smoke enough to give a fuck about that.
I feel you.
Yeah, so to me it's just whatever. Like, cause I don't
like, you don't have like all the smokers equipment. Like you don't have a grinder.
Yeah, I don't
like an ashtray.
I don't even smoke when I'm outside. Like, I smoke inside. Like I smoke
when you're not about to be like doing a whole lot of shit.
Yeah, like I smoke inside in my house, or like If niggas are smoking here, I smoke here. But if niggas just like out somewhere I'm not really familiar with, I'd be, you know what I mean? I'd just be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Cause
that's one of the things I respect about people. It's like, yo, you don't have to like be a part of it. Like, it's like, yo, like some people do it to be just because niggas is around, and it's like just because they feel like niggas is watching them. It's like, bro, we too old for that, bro. If you don't want to smoke weed.
Yeah, I did that shit all my life.
The only person I peer pressure to smoke all the time is Boxhead Reg, just because like it's to me.
Call him Boxhead Reg.
It's a jail now. This probably like, bro, come on, because he'd be like, bro, I'm not. But he'll do everything else, but he won't smoke. He'll do edible, he'll drink, whatever. But
that's his choice. That's just his choice. I respect it.
Bro, we was in Vegas at the bachelor party. Reg was like, nah, I'm not smoking, and didn't smoke one time. And I was like, bro, I can fuck with this about you. I'm like, because if you believe in something, you just stand for that shit. Like, that's not what you fucking with. It don't matter. Yeah,
and to me, like not doing something is a good enough reason to not do it. So like, if you ask me like, hey, you want hit the blunt, I'll be like, nah, I don't want to.
That's enough.
That's enough. Like,
yeah.
Don't go asking people like, yo, why not do it? Like, it's not going to do. Like, if he don't want to do it, like,
yeah,
it's like
I just do it. Like at this point, it's a running joke every time we all smoke.
But you eat edibles, you do this, you do that.
But
if you don't want to do this, but
come on, Reg. He'd be like, bro, I'm not smoking. I'd be like, nah, bro, come on, just one time, bro, come on. He'd be like, bro, I told you I'm not smoking. Like we'd be in the safe, and then Reg could be standing there talking with us, and I'd just be like.
Yeah, that's what you used to do to me.
But it don't be on purpose, like because you don't. It just be like, yo, it's force of habit. One day niggas take it, one niggas don't.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like if that's not for you, it's not for you. I always respect it. Like it don't be on no like, bro, you can't. I know niggas be like, bro, you're not gonna be around me and not smoking. I'm a serious smoker all the time. Like, bro, yes I am. Like it's cool.
Yeah, I used to know people like that. Like, they used to have a problem with me not smoking and telling me like I can't come around if I'm not smoking. I'm like, all right,
cool.
I just won't come around.
Nigga. Like I didn't know I had to be a drug addict to be your friend.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a drug addict to listen to this podcast. You do, however, have to follow us on all social medias at the EOR Podcast. Everywhere, all platforms. Rate us 5 stars. All the good shit. Like helps the algorithm. Tell y'all friends. Tell y'all mamas and them. Put people on. Show them your favorite episode. Don't show them the episode.
Any wire right now.
Wait, what is your favorite episode?
Right now, I actually put somebody onto the pod today. Shout out to you.
My favorite episode is The Gang's All Here. Everybody was here.
That was a good one.
That shit was good.
My favorite one right now is 77. That was the one when Noah was here. Banging with No Tints is a classic. And then I really like the one when I was in Vegas and I wasn't here. The early one. When I joined the podcast, and then the one right after that too.
Yeah, mine is a bottle of squirt. That was a good one. The one we did Nigga Riviera the first time.
First Nigga Riviera was good.
And,
we gotta do that again soon.
Yeah, Terry Crews the main coon. That's the one I send to people. That's the one I send to people because that's the one I was on with Elo and Burt. Mm-hmm. So that's the one I send to people because. Like if people know me, like this is what I do. Like if I'm putting people onto the pod, and like I'm trying to like sell the pod to them, and they know me and don't know y'all, I'm not gonna send them an episode that I'm not on because then if I'm not on it, they're just
gonna be like, so where are you?
Who are these people? So that's the one that I send them. I send them Terry Crews the main coon, and then because that's the one I'm on with Elo and Burt, and then they just go ahead and listen to. Whatever, like if you fuck with it, just like you listen to other episodes. But if you don't,
because that's what usually happens. People are like, yo, this is cool. Like, yo, you know what's funny? And it's like we was about to get it, but it's like, yo, if you tell women that you have a podcast, like it's officially a red flag. That's a state of podcasting for as a male hobby.
Well, we don't care about what women think. other women think. I don't care about what my lady thinks, brother.
But it'd be like, oh. And I'm like,
yeah, they look at you in some type of light, but I don't.
I literally say, I'm like, the worst. I'm like, yo, it's like, oh, what do y'all be talking about? And for me, I'm like, yo, our topics range. I'm like, but we're not. I was like, yo, we're not out here giving niggas life advice. I'm like, we do a little bit of everything. I was like, but for the most part, like, we crack jokes, laugh, and like make shit relatable. Like, we're not trying to like promote anything other than like positivity and like just good moments and like just talk about shit that niggas experience. Some things we just want people to hear. Like, it's not. Like some people get on podcasts and be like trying to hunt for viral moments. like trying to like, yo, like if we talk about what happened with Saweetie and we talk about with this and like niggas just repurpose Twitter topics and just like try to just like add to that conversation so they can put their video underneath it. It's like, but we don't care about that. It's not to say we're not out here trying to get to where we want to go, but
we want to do it the right way.
Yeah, like the organic way is the best way, and that's how this podcast has grown. Like I had to sit down a minute. I'm like, yo, there's so many members, like people who is just a part of it, like not say who people who speak every day, but it's like, yo, who's on there? And it's like, well, we got me, Shawn, Mista, Bird, Zig, and oh shit, there's Shiesty, there's Reg, there's Ivan, there's Jose, there's oh shit, like it's just like, yo, like for me it's a collective, it's a family, you know what I mean? Like, and that's cool. Like nobody is ever really fighting over anything or anything like that. So, you know, tell your friends, you know what I'm saying? And this has been episode 84 in the Regulation Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Shake.
Boop no.
Which I don't think we introed the podcast.
We did. Well, we started.
We said it was 84.
We started talking,
but we got hot right into another convo.
Yeah, which is good. Like I like when it's like, oh fuck, like we had that one episode where I completely forgot, but it wasn't until I realized.
I think it was 2 episodes ago. Well, I think it was last episode.
2 or 3.
Well, the last time I was here is when I had.
Like, so that's probably like 80 or 81.
Yeah, probably 80, 81 probably.
Yeah, but it's like even just now, I'm like, yo, I never said that, and I never heard that button because this is the first time I'm really hearing buttons all pod.
Yeah, we've been vibing though, bro.
You feel me?
Yeah, this your boy Mista. I've been gone for a minute, bro. Life has been lifing. Feel me? I don't know. Allah and them been dropping bombs on my life, cause
feel
like
me? Big ISIS gang.
Yeah, something like that. But
You Muslim, but you celebrate Christmas?
I don't celebrate Christmas.
Okay.
Yo, Bert had me cracking the fuck up. This nigga,
I didn't text nobody Bert, Merry Christmas yesterday. Everybody was texting me that shit. I was like, bro, I don't celebrate
this nigga leaned into being Muslim. This nigga said, yo, it's everything closed. What I'm gonna eat?
Well, y'all see what I said to him yesterday? I was trying to jump off him. You see what I said to him yesterday? What? He was like, nigga was saying Merry Christmas, and he hit the chat. He was like, Happy Holidays, and I was like, I forgot this nigga Muslim. He was like, yeah, I just got back from the chicken chat. I said, what you got, that pulled pork?
That's crazy.
Nah, but it's Shawn.
Feel me? One time for the boy Bert. Shit Love just walked in, but he over there doing shit love things. For Shiesty, for Rose, for Ivan, for Reg BDT, episode 84. We out of here.
Big love in the building. Make sure I get that motherfucking lover's patience. Let me tell you one thing though. Yeah, Rose, I don't need no motivation. Trying to change my situation, make a lane away from niggas, hit a fade away on niggas. I don't get no explanations, I don't need no validation, I don't see no competition, I don't need no phony bitches, I don't fuck with opposition, kill them all with preparation, mix the flow with education, smoke the whole of medication, get these hoes above my face. If you ain't adding to my space, then you a cancer to my greatness. Yeah, bitch.
When my son asked me this, I almost lost it.